Hey guys, welcome back. So what I thought I would do today is this betta fish mold. So I'm going to paint it up in different colors, but first I'm going to color the eye with this acrylic pen, best I can, I guess, because I'm not great at this. Is this a, yeah. For some reason this little small tip on this does not work as well as the big tip. The big tip seems to do much better. Okay, there we go. I have his eye. And then I've got the resin in the debubbler, if you hear that noise. And I thought this muscalicious, I like it, so I want to do its little fins. And then its little head, I got this from Laura's Art Corner. This is the Artry Creations Muscalicious. Laura's Art Corner Candy Apple Blossom. If I can keep this from going everywhere. I thought I would paint this up. And then I'm going to take my resin and mix the Tea Expert Epoxy Pigment Paste, the white, because of, I know pink is really bad to turn silver. Pinks and purples turn silver when you paint a mold. So this betta fish, what's so funny is yesterday one of my friends came down and she was telling me that, you know, her son, who was 3, he has a betta fish, and she went to clean his bedroom, and when she did, she took the fish tank and set it in the kitchen. When she went back in there to get the fish to bring it back to his bedroom, the fish was lying on the floor. It had came out of the tank and was lying dead on the floor. And she said, so what they did is they got another betta fish, but they couldn't find one the same color. So they told him that when a fish has a birthday, it changes colors. So he was okay with it. He's only 3, so he didn't understand that if you tell him, you know, that his fish died, he doesn't understand it. He's too little. But his fish just changed colors because it had a birthday. I thought that was so clever. Okay, I'm going to paint all of those little fins up in this color. I'm trying to get around the body. And the heater kicked on and it shouldn't. Okay, I thought I had turned that thing off. Okay. Don't mean to get where you can't see. I just want to get all the pink around the body first, because when I do the body, then I don't want the red on the fins. Okay. See if I can get some of that pink off that I got on there. take our red. I think this is a really pretty red. And I think these colors are going to show up better with white instead of black. Especially with me using pink. I should have asked her what color betta fish she got her little son. I could have made it to look like his. Okay, and I think these two colors look really pretty together. So I'm going to finish painting this up and then I'll be back. Okay guys, so I've got my resin here. I mixed up a total of 8 ounces, but I only put 3 in this cup because I'm not sure how much this is going to take. I figure 3 or 4 ounces should be good. And I've got my Tea Expert epoxy pigment paste that I'm going to just open it first, I guess. Alright, let's see if we can get this thing open. Alrighty, now let's put some of this down in here. Okay, there's got to be a paper up in this too then. Get this out. Now let's try it again. Maybe now we can get it. Yeah. I'm just going to do a good little squirt down in there. That's probably 3-4 drops maybe. And I'm just going to stir this up. Now this resin is a thicker resin. I'm hoping it gets down in all those little nooks and crannies pretty good. But I may have to work with that. Even though it's been sitting, this resin has a long work time. It takes maybe 40 minutes before this even starts to heat up. Okay, white is mixed. So let's just start pouring this in here and see if we can get it to go in all those little areas there. Try to prevent bubbles throughout this piece. And I may have to mix up some more, which is okay. I've got plenty sitting here. May surprise me how much it's going to take. Okay. I think I'm going to put in another ounce. I think we can use another ounce. Okay. That's going to drip on me. There we go. Mix in a little more white. And you don't have to worry about this being the same color as what you've already poured in there, because this is just the back. I've painted this mold, so it doesn't really matter if it's the exact same color or not. Okay. Alright, I've still got a little in there. Let's see if we can get this to go all the way through to those edges without having bubbles. There's some little tight areas down in there. I think just pulling it apart is going to help. I probably should have used a thinner resin. Thinner resin would have just spread and wouldn't have had any problems getting it down in there. Just to help it along. There's some mica powder that wasn't kind of caked in there. Okay, I'm just trying to poke it along. Get that resin down in each one of those little areas. If you can get it to go down in there, then the rest will follow, and just kind of spread out. Okay, almost. Get this to go down in the edges on this side. That's why these little dotting tools are great for this. You can get them in a set and they're different sizes, so it really helps. Okay, I think I got them down in there. Now let's see, we've still got a little more resin in here. I think I can put in there. There's a few little areas that could use a little more. Alright guys, that's it. So I will see you all for the demo. Good morning guys. So let's see if we can get this unmolded. I do have a little cleanup on this to do because he did overflow in a few little spots. As you can see, that this stuff should just pick right off. If not, I can take the scalpel to it or something and get it off. So let's just see if we can get all these little delicate areas out without breaking anything. Almost. Okay, see, he's got quite a bit of cleanup to do. Alright. Isn't that pretty? I love those colors. Once I get him cleaned up, I'll take a picture and post it at the end. Alright guys, I'll see you back for the next video.